Last night, the music world witnessed something absolutely shocking. Kendrick Lamar dominated the awards like never before, leaving Drake completely speechless. What was supposed to be just another awards ceremony turned into a jaw-dropping spectacle as Kendrick took home award after award, his name announced repeatedly while the audience erupted in awe. Drake, usually unshakable in these moments, was caught on camera visibly stunned, his expression a mix of disbelief, frustration, and admiration. Clips of his reaction are already going viral, with fans analyzing every glance, smirk, and subtle gesture, trying to decode exactly what he was feeling. The energy in the room was electric, and online platforms immediately exploded with memes, commentary, and heated debates. People couldn't stop talking about how Kendrick not only swept the night but seemed to effortlessly steal the spotlight, changing the narrative of the evening in real time. Fans have been dissecting every second of Kendrick's performances and award speeches, marveling at his confidence, charisma, and stage presence. Every line he delivered, every nod to the crowd, and every subtle moment seemed amplified in the spotlight, making it impossible for anyone, even Drake, to compete. Social media was ablaze with reactions ranging from shock to excitement, with hashtags trending worldwide as viewers shared clips, GIFs, and memes showing Kendrick's triumph and Drake's stunned reaction. Analysts called it a defining moment in music award history, a night that would be remembered not just for the awards themselves, but for the cultural impact of Kendrick's dominance. What made this night unforgettable was the clear shift in attention. Drake, who has long been a centerpiece of award show spectacle, seemed momentarily overshadowed, leaving fans to speculate on how this would affect his image, reputation, and confidence. Clips of him sitting quietly, nodding, or exchanging subtle looks with his team went viral within minutes, as fans debated whether he was impressed, frustrated, or both. The narrative quickly spread beyond the music community, capturing global attention and sparking a wave of viral content, from reaction videos to commentary breakdowns and fan debates that show no signs of slowing down. Every performance, speech, and award announcement added to the tension, creating a night that felt bigger than any typical awards show. Kendrick's aura on stage was magnetic, his energy undeniable, and his ability to command attention left the world in awe. Drake, despite his status and experience, found himself in an unusual position, one of silent observation rather than dominance. Fans couldn't get enough, sharing clips, memes, and side-by-side comparisons that highlighted the stark contrast between the two artists. It wasn't just an awards night. It was a moment that would be analyzed, replayed, and debated for weeks to come. If you thought awards shows were predictable, last night proved you couldn't be more wrong. Kendrick Lamar didn't just win. He dominated, reshaped the narrative, and left one of music's biggest stars speechless. The footage is viral, the reactions are intense, and fans are divided between awe and disbelief. This is more than just an awards sweep. It's a cultural moment, a live spectacle, and a conversation that isn't slowing down anytime soon. Everyone is watching, and everyone is talking. The night started with high energy, as fans around the world tuned in expecting the usual glitz, glamour, and predictable winners. But what unfolded was anything but ordinary. Kendrick Lamar stepped onto the stage and immediately commanded attention, his aura undeniable. Each award he received only amplified the sense of his dominance, and the reactions of the crowd, celebrities, and cameras confirmed it. This was a performance that transcended ordinary expectations. Meanwhile, Drake, often a fixture of award show spectacle and a master of controlling attention, found himself unexpectedly overshadowed. His usual charm and charisma seemed muted, his reactions subdued, as if the momentum of the night had shifted without warning. Fans immediately noticed the subtle expressions, a brief smirk, a surprised glance, a quiet nod. And these clips began spreading like wildfire across social media platforms. The first award Kendrick received set the tone for the night. As his name was announced and the audience erupted, cameras quickly cut to Drake, capturing a reaction that was equal parts shock and awe. The contrast between the two artists became the narrative of the evening, overshadowing even the official accolades. Social media exploded with commentary, memes, and reaction videos dissecting every glance, gesture, and body language cue. Fans debated whether Drake was impressed, frustrated, or internally strategizing how to reclaim attention. The event transformed into a live cultural spectacle, not just a display of awards, but a real-time story of dominance, presence, and influence. Every post, clip, and reaction contributed to the viral momentum, ensuring that the narrative would continue long after the show ended. As the evening progressed, Kendrick's stage presence only grew stronger. Each acceptance speech, performance snippet, and interaction with the audience showcased a level of confidence and charisma that seemed almost effortless. Every camera cut reinforced the narrative. Kendrick was not just winning awards, he was owning the room. Fans dissected his every word and movement, highlighting the subtle cues that suggested he understood the power of the moment and knew exactly how to amplify it. Meanwhile, Drake's attempts to engage with the audience, smile, or acknowledge his peers were noticed but seemed overshadowed by Kendrick's commanding energy. The contrast created endless discussion online, with fans creating split-screen comparisons, GIFs, and commentary compilations, emphasizing how one artist's dominance can eclipse even the most seasoned stars. By mid-show, the awards had begun to pile up for Kendrick, solidifying his sweep and leaving the room buzzing. Drake's reactions became a focal point for fans, with some arguing that his silence or subtle gestures indicated disbelief, while others interpreted them as quiet admiration or strategic restraint. The internet dissected every moment, from side-eye glances to bel-air smirks, creating a narrative that extended far beyond the awards themselves. Analysts noted that this was a turning point in award show history, a moment where stage presence, narrative control, and charisma determined attention and influence more than the trophies themselves. Social media trends, hashtags, and viral clips ensured that fans worldwide were participating in the conversation in real time, magnifying the spectacle exponentially. By the end of Part 1, it was clear that Kendrick's performance and award sweep had transformed the night into a historic cultural moment. Drake, despite his experience and stature, had been caught off guard, his reactions providing endless fodder for debate and discussion. Fans and critics alike were captivated, dissecting every frame, every expression, and every interaction. The story wasn't just about who won or lost. It was about influence, stage presence, and the ability to command attention in a high-pressure, highly scrutinized environment. The internet had already erupted with reactions, memes, and viral commentary, ensuring that this night would be remembered, analyzed, and debated for weeks. It was no longer just an award ceremony. It was a live cultural event, and the world couldn't stop watching. As the awards continued, the momentum clearly favored Kendrick Lamar, and the contrast between him and Drake became impossible to ignore. Every camera cut seemed to capture Drake's subtle reactions, a raised eyebrow, a tight-lipped smile, or a fleeting glance toward the stage, while Kendrick basked in the spotlight, commanding attention with effortless charisma. Social media users immediately began dissecting these moments, creating reaction videos, memes, and commentary that highlighted the stark difference between the two artists. Fans debated endlessly. Was Drake genuinely surprised? Was he frustrated? Or was he simply letting Kendrick have his moment? The narrative shifted from a typical award show to a viral spectacle of rivalry and dominance, with every frame feeding online conversation and fueling global fan engagement. Kendrick's performances throughout the night were meticulously calculated yet natural, combining musical mastery with an undeniable stage presence. Each voice, each nod to the audience, and each moment of interaction amplified his dominance. Observers noted that Kendrick seemed fully aware of the cameras and their global audience, using his body language and expressions to draw viewers into the narrative. Meanwhile, Drake's efforts to maintain composure were under constant scrutiny. Fans and commentators closely analyzed every expression, body shift, and glance, interpreting them as signs of internal struggle or acknowledgement of Kendrick's supremacy. Clips went viral within minutes, and discussion threads exploded with theories about Drake's true feelings, turning every moment into content gold. The fan reaction online reached unprecedented levels. Hashtags praising Kendrick's dominance trended globally, while debates about Drake's reactions created heated divisions across platforms. Some argued that Drake was humbled in real time, witnessing a level of stage mastery that even he could not counter. Others defended him, suggesting that seasoned artists sometimes choose restraint over reaction, a subtle acknowledgement of respect or strategy. Memes exaggerated expressions, reactions, and gestures for comedic or dramatic effect, further fueling virality. Reaction videos, split-screen comparisons, and fan commentary created a digital ecosystem where every moment of the awards ceremony became endlessly analyzable, shareable, and discussable. Adding to the intrigue, insiders and commentators weighed in, offering their interpretations of the night's events. Some praised Kendrick's ability to command the room, highlighting his charisma, confidence, and timing. Others speculated about the psychological impact on Drake, suggesting that even the most experienced performers can be caught off guard when someone else seizes the narrative so completely. These professional takes further amplified the public discourse, giving fans and casual viewers material to dissect and debate. The story had grown beyond a simple award sweep. It was now a cultural phenomenon, a case study in dominance, perception, and influence in the modern entertainment landscape. By the end of Part 2, it was clear that Kendrick Lamar had not only swept the awards but also effectively reshaped the narrative of the night. Drake's reactions, subtle as they were, became a key part of the story, offering fans endless material to interpret and debate. The night had become about more than trophies. It was about presence, stage command, and the power to dominate attention in real time. Online, the viral momentum continued unabated, with clips, memes, and reactions ensuring that conversations around the awards show. Kendrick's dominance and Drake's stunned response would continue to trend for days, if not weeks. This was no ordinary awards ceremony. It was a masterclass in narrative, charisma, and the viral power of live spectacle. By the midpoint of the awards night, it was evident that Kendrick Lamar had completely seized control of the evening. Fans online were practically in a frenzy, sharing clips of his acceptance speeches, stage movements, and subtle interactions with the audience. Every camera cut seemed to reinforce the narrative that Kendrick wasn't just winning awards, he was dominating the entire room. Meanwhile, Drake's reactions became the centerpiece of fan speculation. Clips of him quietly observing, exchanging subtle looks with his team, or offering restrained applause were replayed thousands of times across social media. Each micro-expression sparked debates, with fans trying to determine whether he was genuinely impressed, frustrated, or quietly strategizing for the rest of the night. The internet had transformed the awards show into a live psychological drama, with Kendrick's charisma on one side and Drake's restrained reactions on the other. Backstage, sources revealed a flurry of activity as teams scrambled to manage the optics of the night. Drake's entourage reportedly debated whether to step in publicly or let the evening unfold, recognizing that any reaction could be amplified and interpreted in countless ways. Meanwhile, Kendrick's team focused on maximizing his presence, ensuring that every camera angle, every moment on stage, and every interaction with other celebrities highlighted his dominance. Industry insiders described the atmosphere as tense but electric, with the dynamics between the two artists fueling endless speculation. Fans watching from home or online felt as if they were witnessing a battle of wills, with each award and every reaction adding layers to the unfolding story. The social media response reached unprecedented levels of virality. Memes comparing Kendrick's triumphant moments with Drake's stunned reactions flooded timelines. Fan commentary videos analyzed expressions frame by frame, predicting future interactions and speculating on unspoken dynamics. Hashtags celebrating Kendrick's domination trended globally, while others focused on Drake's stunned demeanor, often with humorous or dramatic captions. The level of engagement was staggering, with millions of fans actively participating in the conversation. Analysts noted that moments like this illustrate the evolving power of live events in shaping cultural narratives. A single awards show could spark global debate and viral content that lasts far longer than any single performance. As the night progressed, the contrast between Kendrick and Drake only deepened. Kendrick's stage presence remained commanding, blending confidence, precision, and charisma into a performance that left fans in awe. Drake, despite his legendary career and vast experience, appeared caught in a rare moment of quiet observation. Some interpreted this as humility, others as frustration, and still others as strategic restraint. Regardless, every reaction was scrutinized and amplified, with fans creating compilations and split-screen videos comparing the two artists' demeanor throughout the evening. The narrative had shifted from a traditional award suite to a live cultural phenomenon, with public perception, fan reactions, and viral content determining the story as much as the actual awards themselves. By the end of Part 3, it was clear that this awards night had become more than just a ceremony. It had become a masterclass in influence, perception, and viral storytelling. Kendrick Lamar's dominance on stage and Drake's stunned reactions had created a spectacle that captivated fans worldwide. Online, conversations exploded with theories, analyses, and debates about authenticity, strategy, and stage presence. The night had effectively redefined the rules of celebrity interaction, demonstrating how charisma, timing, and public perception can outweigh even the most carefully crafted appearances. Fans and commentators alike were left on edge, anticipating what would come next, and the viral momentum showed no signs of slowing down. The stakes were higher than ever, and the story was far from over. As the awards night unfolded, the social media storm surrounding Kendrick and Drake reached a new level of intensity. Fans were no longer just commenting on the performances, they were creating a global discussion, dissecting every award, every glance, and every interaction in real time. Clips of Kendrick's triumphant expressions and stage presence were shared millions of times, while side-by-side comparisons with Drake's stunned reactions went viral within minutes. Memes, reaction videos, and commentary threads exploded across platforms, turning a single award show into a worldwide cultural event. Analysts noted that such virality isn't accidental. It's fueled by the drama, the contrast, and the narratives fans construct around every micro-moment. For many, the evening had become less about the trophies and more about who commanded attention, who controlled perception, and who left a lasting impression. The backlash, however, was unavoidable. While Kendrick received praise for his confident performances and undeniable dominance, Drake's reactions drew scrutiny. Some fans suggested that his quiet demeanor implied defeat, frustration, or even envy, while others defended him, noting that seasoned performers sometimes exercise restraint to avoid overshadowing another artist's moment. The public debate became heated, with some groups criticizing Drake for not engaging more actively, while others applauded his composure in the face of unprecedented dominance. Every subtle gesture, smile, or pause was analyzed repeatedly, giving the story layers of nuance that kept it trending across social media. Even casual viewers joined the discussion, turning memes and reaction videos into viral content that extended far beyond the awards ceremony itself. Backstage sources painted a picture of a highly charged atmosphere. Drake's team reportedly monitored fan reactions closely, aware that each post, tweet, or video could influence public perception. Meanwhile, Kendrick's camp focused on maintaining momentum, ensuring that every performance, speech, and camera cut maximized visibility and viral potential. Insider reports described a tense but professional energy, as both camps understood the stakes, not just in terms of awards, but in shaping how the world would perceive each artist. Fans online eagerly followed these dynamics, interpreting social media posts, interviews, and subtle cues as further evidence of the ongoing competition. The awards night had transcended its original purpose, becoming a real-time study in influence, perception, and digital virality. The public reaction escalated further as influencers, celebrities, and commentators weighed in. Analysts praised Kendrick's command of the stage and the way he seemed to effortlessly capture the spotlight, noting that the sweep of awards was less important than the psychological impact on the audience and fellow artists. Meanwhile, debates over Drake's reactions intensified, with some critics arguing that he had been outshined, and others suggesting that his restraint was strategic and dignified. This polarizing response only fueled the fire, generating more memes, reaction compilations, and viral commentary. Fans dissected every angle, creating a digital ecosystem where the story evolved far beyond the event itself. What started as an award show now felt like a global spectacle, a social experiment in perception, influence, and entertainment. By the end of Part 4, it was clear that the evening had reached a peak of cultural significance. Kendrick Lamar had not only swept the awards, but had dominated attention in a way that reshaped public conversation. Drake, despite his legendary status, had been forced into the role of observer, his reactions sparking endless debate. Online, the narrative was amplified by millions of fans, creators, and commentators, turning a single night into a viral phenomenon with lasting impact. The stakes for reputation, perception, and influence had never been higher, and the world watched closely, waiting to see how this unfolding story would resolve. The awards night was no longer just a ceremony. It was a defining cultural event, a lesson in charisma, and a moment that fans would replay, discuss, and dissect for weeks. As the night drew to a close, the impact of Kendrick Lamar's award sweep was undeniable. Every fan, critic, and celebrity seemed to agree that he had completely owned the evening. From the moment he stepped on stage to the final award announcement, Kendrick's charisma, confidence, and stage presence had captivated audiences worldwide. Clips of his victories flooded social media, with fans marveling at how effortlessly he commanded attention. Meanwhile, Drake's reactions remained a central point of discussion. His subtle gestures, fleeting expressions, and quiet observation created endless speculation. Was he impressed, frustrated, or internally calculating his next move? The ambiguity only fueled virality, keeping fans glued to screens, replaying clips, and debating interpretations across every platform. Backstage, sources reported a flurry of activity as teams and management worked to navigate the aftermath. Drake's camp analyzed social media reactions, trying to gauge public sentiment and plan the next steps, while Kendrick's team celebrated not only the awards but the overwhelming attention and dominance he had achieved. Industry insiders described the atmosphere as a mix of exhilaration and tension, noting that this event had set a new standard for award show moments. Fans were equally invested, dissecting every detail, from stage angles and body language to acceptance speeches and social interactions, ensuring that the conversation extended far beyond the night itself. The online reaction remained intense, with hashtags, memes, reaction videos, and commentary trending globally. Fans split into factions. Some praised Kendrick's dominance as deserved and awe-inspiring, while others debated Drake's response, creating heated discussions about humility, ego, and competitive spirit. Analysts highlighted that the event had become a cultural moment, proving that charisma, stage command, and narrative control could outweigh even the most established reputation. Every micro-expression was analyzed, every smile or glance dissected, turning the night into a masterclass in perception, influence, and virality. The awards were no longer just trophies. They were symbols of control, presence, and public impact. As the story settled, it became clear that the night would be remembered not just for who won, but for the dynamics that unfolded between Kendrick and Drake. Kendrick's sweep had shifted the narrative, establishing him as the commanding force of the evening, while Drake's subdued reactions became an enduring talking point. Fans created compilations, reaction videos, and analysis threads that would continue to trend, ensuring the event remained in public discussion for weeks. The interplay of stage dominance, subtle reactions, and fan interpretation had transformed a single awards ceremony into a global phenomenon. The story had evolved into more than just music accolades. It was about influence, perception, and the power of presence in shaping cultural narratives. By the end of Part 5, the awards night had cemented its place in history. Kendrick Lamar had not only collected trophies but had mastered the art of commanding attention, redefining what it means to dominate a live event. Drake, despite his legendary career, had become part of the narrative in a new way, with fans and critics debating his reactions endlessly. The night was a lesson in charisma, stage presence, and public perception, illustrating how live events in the digital age can create viral stories that resonate far beyond the moment. The awards ceremony concluded, But the conversations, memes, and analysis would continue, solidifying this night as one of the most talked about and culturally impactful events in recent music history. The world had witnessed a defining spectacle, and no one would forget it anytime soon. Did Kendrick Lamar's award sweep leave you as speechless as Drake looked? This night was more than just an award ceremony. It was a cultural moment that fans around the world can't stop talking about. Now it's your turn to join the conversation. Comment below, were you shocked by Kendrick's dominance? Do you think Drake handled it gracefully, or was he caught off guard? Hit that like button if you were blown away by the performances and award wins, and make sure to subscribe for more deep dives into the biggest celebrity moments and viral award show drama. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss a breakdown like this. Share this video with your friends and fellow music fans. The discussion isn't over, and the clips, memes, and debates will keep trending. Get ready, because the world is still talking about this unforgettable night.